Do you often find yourself feeling like a doormat, accepting everything and then regretting it later? It's time to break free from this negative loop by setting boundaries in your life and in your work. What is the definition of boundary? Boundaries are a way of communicating what you are willing to tolerate in your life and what you aren't. They serve as a means of safeguarding yourself and those around you. By establishing boundaries, you can reduce your stress levels and feel more relaxed. Boundaries play a significant role in maintaining strong and healthy relationships. They allow you to maintain control over the situation and understand what constitutes acceptable behavior. Setting boundaries does not imply creating barriers between yourself and others. It simply entails recognizing where you end and others begin and allowing them to take responsibility for their own feelings and actions. So, if you care about your happiness, don't hesitate to set boundaries, and you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. Why do you need boundaries in your life and at work? It's completely okay to set boundaries in your life. In fact, it's an important part of self-care. It's simply a way to protect yourself from those who might drain your time or energy, which are your most valuable resources. Setting boundaries is a sign of self-respect, and it's not a negative thing at all. It's all about finding balance in your life and being happy. When you set boundaries, you're taking control of your life and your well-being. Don't be afraid to prioritize your own needs and set limits on what you're willing to tolerate. Having boundaries at work is like having a safety net or a personal space bubble. They help create a healthy balance between our professional and personal lives, ensuring we don't get overwhelmed or burnt out. It also helps us maintain our focus and productivity during work hours by establishing clear expectations and limits. Boundaries foster respect, both for ourselves and our colleagues, ensuring that everyone's needs are acknowledged and considered. What are some ways to establish boundaries? Setting boundaries can be challenging when you are used to being the nice person in the room. However, it is important to remember that you are setting boundaries for your own happiness and well-being. It's natural to feel scared to talk to people and worried about hurting their feelings. But when you focus solely on other people's feelings and judgments, you end up neglecting your own needs and feelings. It takes courage to set boundaries, but not making a decision is still a decision. Be brave and stand up for yourself. Here are some ways you can establish boundaries in your life. 1. Be clear and direct. Communicate your boundaries clearly and directly without being aggressive or passive-aggressive. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Say no when necessary for your well-being. 2. Start small. Establishing boundaries can be overwhelming, so start small by setting boundaries in low-stakes situations. This will help you build confidence and practice boundary setting. 3. Prioritize your needs. Identify what you need in order to feel comfortable and respected, and communicate those needs to others. Trust your instincts and listen to what feels right for you. 4. Be consistent. Once you've established a boundary, be consistent in enforcing it. This will help others to respect your boundaries over time. 5. Take ownership. Remember that your boundaries are your responsibility, not anyone else's. Don't expect others to respect your boundaries if you don't enforce them yourself. Here are some examples of how to say no in a nice and professional way at work. 1. I appreciate the opportunity, but I'm currently working on a project with a tight deadline. I won't be able to take on any additional tasks at the moment. 2. Thank you for thinking of me, but I already have a full plate right now. I wouldn't be able to give this project the attention it deserves. 3. I understand the importance of this request, but it conflicts with my current commitments. Is there a possibility of delegating it to someone else or adjusting the timeline? 4. I'm sorry, but I have to decline this invitation. I have a prior commitment that I cannot reschedule. 5. I value your trust in my abilities, but I believe my skills are better suited for a different type of task. Is there another way I can contribute? Remember, it's important to be respectful, provide a valid reason, and offer alternative solutions if possible. By doing so, you can politely decline while maintaining a positive and professional tone in the workplace.